Can you help us differentiate different cloud roles, like in terms of cloud architect? Right, you have solution architect, right? You have other architect roles, very senior roles. Can you help us differentiate or take us through on those roles?
Yes, yeah. So again, just like what's an architect primarily, right? In IT, general term, what's an architect, right? An architect is somebody who has very deep experience, right? Either on their domain, right? They are with domain experts, domain architects, where they understand. Let's say for banking architect or banking domain architect, they understand the whole banking ecosystem, right? They are experts in the domain, and they help define the strategy, define the roadmap of the product, define what are the different integrations of the product it is, right? And then you will have application architects who are masters in their applications, who have depth in their applications, who have expertise, very in-depth expertise in these applications, and they help design, they are involved from the design phase itself and help to go out and design, develop, and deliver and operate and manage the product. So generally these are what we call as architects are nothing but experts in their own domains, right? And they help in different stages of a product. Same thing in a cloud platform, right? A cloud solutions architect again is not one role which fits all requirements, right? In cloud solutions architects as well, you will have different profiles. You will have cloud architects who are specializations in infrastructure, right? So whose domain is, they come from an infra background and they help in designing very large complex cloud infrastructure rules, right? Cloud infrastructure platforms. You'll have, imagine, somebody who's running 10,000 machines on the environment. You need to take care of networking, storage, backup, the disaster recovery, backup, all these things from an infrastructure profile. Okay, how do I design this? One of the most important things, networking, right? So how do I design this from a design phase itself? How do I go ahead and have the optimal solution? So each thing in cloud might have, there might be 10 ways of doing the same thing on cloud. A cloud architect the role of a cloud architect is to choose the right tool for the job, right? So when you're talking about a cloud architect, as I mentioned, you'll have an infra architect for specialization in infrastructure. Then you'll have a platform architect who comes from a developer background, who understand integrations, APIs, understanding cloud architecture patterns, software development patterns which are related to cloud. So cloud has, just like in software architecture, developers who, software architects, they have patterns. You have waterfall patterns, scrum patterns, a lot of these different development patterns are there. Same thing, cloud also has different architecture patterns when it comes to architects. So a cloud architect, a platform architect, will have a full breadth of knowledge on the different platform services available in the cloud. So when I'm sitting, okay, there is a requirement coming in, okay, we need to create this application in the cloud. So all these different architects come in together. So they will go ahead and demarcate their roles and responsibility. The infra guy will take care of designing the infrastructure. A platform guy will take care of, okay, how do I design this? Whether are we going to go to Kubernetes, or are we going to leverage cloud native services? What exactly are we going to do? That's the responsibility of a cloud platform architect or an apps architect. Similarly, you will have data architects. Data is a huge field that needs a session in itself, right? So you'll have cloud data architects who take care of the data platforms in cloud, right? So you will have cloud security architects whose primary focus is completely security, especially large enterprises. You'll see a lot of news articles on data leakage in cloud, right? Somebody left an S3 bucket open, millions of records being exposed, right? So security in cloud is a huge requirement. So you'll have cloud security architects coming in who are managing the cloud platforms in itself. So these are all domain experts, technology experts coming in with their own specific area of expertise and going in and helping in designing and driving these solutions of these products, right? So similarly, one of the most common things is what's a solution architect and what's a tech architect, right? The solution architect will have, it's like horizontal versus vertical. Solution architect will have breadth, right? He will know how to integrate what are the different components required in a solution, right? Okay, I need storage, I need a search engine, I need an AI component will come in here, a chatbot will come in over there, I need a data analytics platform coming in over here. He will have a horizontal, a breadth-wise knowledge. He will design the overall solution of the product, and a tech architect will have depth. So usually you will have one or two solution architects working on a project. You'll have multiple tech architects working underneath him. So tech architect will have the technology specific domain expertise, right? A solution will architect will have generally his domain specific knowledge as a banking expert or an e-commerce specialist or financial regulations, whatever is it. A solution architect will have a breadth-wise knowledge. He will design the different solutions. A tech architect will have technical depth, technical expertise to design those solutions on a vertical basis, right? That's something which you'll have to check what is the role asking for. The role asking for specific expertise, of complete end-to-end expertise on a specific solution or a specific scenario, or they're talking about somebody who can understands the whole landscape, whole technology landscape, and understand and design a solution, right? It's a solution, it's not a product, right? So somebody who has expertise to design a solution, right, for the requirement, that's a solution architect. So there also, you'll have different roles depending upon the organization which is hiring. So you'll have pre-sales architects, if you're hiring for partners, right? So you'll have AWS partners, Azure partners, Google Cloud partners. So these kind of partners are service industries, right? They are all service integrators, right? They will have pre-sales requirements. Somebody who has a technical pre-sales architect, so who helps in responding to RFPs and writing proposals, designing these complex solutions during and also from a commercial sense, understanding the components, which cloud is cheaper, right, for this solution. In the cloud itself, selecting, for example, if you take a storage, a small example, a storage option on Azure, one option is $50, another option is $20, right? For a normal guy, both might look the same, but an architect's job is to, based on the requirement, find out which solution, based on that price point, what is the right solution for the right requirement, right? So this and all, so that's a pre-sales role. So depending upon the role, depending upon the organization which is hiring, right, a partner organization, a service integrator, right, they might hire pre-sales roles, somebody who works with different customers, different organizations. A product company doesn't need that. If a product company is hiring a cloud architect or cloud role, generally they will work with their own internal engineering teams. They're not going to talk to external customers. They're trying to build their own own internal products. For example, I work for partner organizations, right? I don't work for Ethicela's internal engineering teams. I work for their partner organization, where I talk to a lot of different customers, understand the requirements. RFPs come in, we respond to those RFPs and proposals. Once we win the project, we go ahead and deliver that project to the customers, and then we move on to the next project, right? So depending upon the organization as well, the job description might look the same, right? It's just a generic job description. Cloud solutions architect, my job description will be the same, as well as somebody is working internally. The technology understanding and the requirements might be the same, but the job role itself might be different because of the hiring organization profile, right? So you might ask them, okay, what is the requirement? Are you a partner organization, or are you hiring for your own internal engineering teams? Based on that, you can see whether a candidate has the experience of working already in partners. So generally, you prefer that. A customer, I've worked in partner organizations most of my life, so I know the partner ecosystem, right? So somebody who works, generally, this is the mistake I have seen happening. Even when hiring for my own teams internally in Etisalat, when we hire somebody who does not have partner-facing experience, who's worked internally for a specific organization alone, he has never worked for customers, he does not adapt very well to dynamics of working with different customers on a fast-paced environment, right? So even though he has technology knowledge, he does not has that capability or experience on handling multiple projects and multiple customers at the same time. So find out what is the kind of role it is, and based on that, you can obviously focus on what skill sets are required.